my name is Madison and welcome to my channel and to a new video. So I am a spirituality consultant, awakening coach, as well as an aspiring classical singer, mainly an opera singer, and just like you, trying to find my own way into authentic expression and understanding what that means and integrating it into every aspect of my life. So back to the opera singing part of my self-expression. I just graduated with my master's in opera performance, and bridging the academia side to the professional side is probably the most challenging part of a journey for any career path, but particularly in something as competitive as the entertainment industry. The classical music scene is not huge, like, for instance, what you would consider pop music scene to be a huge industry and more contemporary music. However, even though it is a smaller pool per se, there are fewer opportunities, so it's kind of relative to the available opportunities for the singers who are trying to pursue this as a career and have a longevity in this career path. So for me, the most typical route that any opera singer just out of graduate school or undergraduate school would want to take is going straight into something called a young artist program. And how you develop the skills to get to a point where you can go into a residency program at a local opera company. It could be on the regional level, it could be on a more national level. Regional houses would be something like, I don't know, Kansas City Opera or Minnesota Opera, or something that is not going to be found as the professional opera house in a major city. So the A houses such as like San Francisco, Washington DC, Washington National, which it is referred as, the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. These, oh, and LA Opera is another one. These are things that you work toward after you have done lower level house residency programs. Residency programs go for about a year, and during that time you are being paid and you are being given small roles. You may be covering roles, and you are also getting coachings and education during this time with that particular opera company. So trying to get into one of these residencies programs is probably one of the most competitive experiences you will go through as an aspiring amateur singer in the classical realm. And if opera is the expression or the category that you have the most passion for. So I had done the rounds of auditioning for these programs last year, and this is during the fall time, and I wasn't selected for anything, which is okay. It was my first round of auditions, and I know I am on the young side, and when it comes to my particular voice type, I have lots of time to physically mature and work on my craft, and so in the meantime, between just graduating from the academic world and actually getting hired to be a part of one of these houses and contribute your talents to their productions, it's really important to continue cultivating your education and your sense of artistic integrity and experience, and continue to work on elevating your level of understanding of the repertoire and what your particular voice is going to bring to the music. And I think that's one of the most important aspects to incorporate into your music, and what differentiates a singer from an artist is putting your own stamp, your own voice to the music. And that is what makes you stand out amongst other singers. Of course, everything is subjective, and some people are not going to like what you have to say in the music or how you are going to interpret something, but that is just the nature of the business. One person may like your instrument, another person may think it's not a fit for what they're looking for. So with all that being said, I think the most important thing that you can realize is cultivating an instrument and a technique and a way of interpreting the music that you approve of and that you like, because ultimately you're the one who has to do all these things. And at the end of the day, when you're done with rehearsals and you get to go home and you have all this alone time when you're traveling, hopefully you like yourself and the work that you're putting out there, and that you can stand by it and be proud of what you are saying through your expression, your musical expression. So right now I am just like at this crossroads, I guess I would say. I just graduated, and you know, I have a few things lined up in the future as far as gigs and performance opportunities, but I just came across this really exciting opportunity overseas, and it isn't a long-term thing. It's a vocal competition that's in France, and the synchronistic thing that came up was that this competition is happening the very same week I was already looking at tickets to go to France, because the tickets are very cheap right now to get for that particular week. So I'm starting to notice, it's like, all right, these tickets are affordable for me right now, and I've been wanting to go experience France, and you know, I have this wanderlust bug within me, and also here's this opportunity for me to get back out there and to put my voice out there and let people hear me, and really try out something new and have a completely new experience, and see where I am at in cultivating a sense of strength and fierceness with what I want to say and how I want to express myself through this music. And even though all of this sounds so good, there is still a part of me that's like, I don't know. Is this really the right thing that I should be doing right now? Don't I have to worry about student loans, and what about these new jobs that I'm starting, and you know, what are my parents going to think, and what is my teacher going to say, and will I be ready to do it, and all these things, and what if I, you know, don't make it past the preliminary round? And so there are all these what ifs and these buts, and thinking about this makes me want to cry, because I feel these two polarities within me when I think about making this decision. And my heart is telling me, yes, take this opportunity, because you are here to experience and know yourself in a new fashion, in a new perspective, and grow and learn something new. And I still have that hesitation because I'm worried about what other people think. And I wanted to share this place where I'm at with you and what's going on within me, because I think it's really important for people to realize that you may get somewhere on your spiritual journey that you feel so confident in your abilities and you feel like you know exactly what the right decision is for yourself, and what your heart is telling you, what your higher self is guiding you towards, and what you're being supported to go explore about yourself from the etheric realms. But that sometimes doesn't make the decision any easier, and I think that is what the lesson is to not make a decision because you have no fear about it, but to make the decision despite the fear and the worry that your egoic side is expressing. And trust me, I acknowledge this egoic side, this part of me that still wants the acknowledgement and the verification and the approval of those people that I care about, and particularly people who hold an authoritative position over me. But at some point, you know, you gotta realize that this life is about getting to the next challenge. And even though you have worked through particular experiences in life where you have chose the decision, the choice for yourself, and you feel so proud of going against the grain of society or your parents or your teacher or whatever, following your heart, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be done with that challenge forever. And that is exactly what I'm facing. I have been through a lot of experiences with my family, with, you know, people of authority, where I have stood my ground and said, no, I know what is best for me, and I'm going to do this because it is ultimately my life. And again, I can't keep making choices because of what other people think is best for me. You know, they're always going to have a particular perspective, and they're also going to have fears and concerns about you and your path, regardless if it's coming from a place of no confidence within you and your abilities, or from a place of love. I know that my parents, and I know that my teachers, and those who hold an authoritative position over me, or I have perceived them to be an authority, I know that they come from a loving and caring place and want to protect me. But ultimately, sometimes that perspective of protection is an illusion that really comes from a place of control, and a place where they want to feel acknowledged in a role of authority and knowing better. And so back to my current situation now, I want to do this. I want to buy the plane tickets. I want to go compete. I want to go put my voice out there, and I want to see what happens, because I have confidence in myself, and I have confidence in my abilities to really, really make a name for myself, you know, not in an egoic sense, but really be out there in the world and to show people that you can do things that are so authentic to you, and do it out of a place of love and not concern about what other people think. And so for me, of course, you know, in a competitive opportunity, of course I want to win. You know, money is always great. That would be even cooler if I got to come home and show everyone, like, hey, I told you this was a great idea. But honestly, I don't think that's what it's about for me. I think this is a challenge from my higher self, telling me that when you feel the call and you feel the resonance within yourself, and you're excited, and you are envisioning all these possibilities and these different possible timelines that you could take, and where you can go in life if you just make these simple choices to choose that. My higher self is encouraging me, is supporting me, and giving me an opportunity to choose that for myself. Because ultimately, I know that I don't want to live a life that is mundane. I don't want to live a life that is dictated by other people's opinions. And I certainly don't want to live a life that is cultivated by fear. So again, I wanted to share this experience, this place where I'm at with you in my own career development, and what I'm experiencing, and putting it into a conscious, interpretation for you to take away, and to see things and the challenges that you're going through from a higher perspective, and see that every moment, every opportunity of challenge is an opportunity for growth, is an opportunity for you to step more into your own power and grow and become happy, and to really know yourself as the creator of your own experiences, as this divine being with sovereignty. So I'm hoping I make the decision that sounds the greatest for me. Doesn't make it necessarily easier, but of course sharing these experiences with you helps. So hopefully in the next video I will update you with my decision on what I am planning to do. And until next time, I love you.